Yes, fellas. Let's move to the next one, man. The Premier League, my guy, man. The Premier
Premier
League
League.
that's back, and this is week
Oh
two.
man,
Man, what a result, man. What a
man.
result. Chelsea Football Club has put a
I
smile
know,
on my face, bro.
I,
Yo.
I know, I know you got a lot to say.
Man, do I have a lot to say. Do I have a lot to say about this game, man? It's still there. I feel like the game just ended today, man. I woke up Monday morning feeling good. I woke up Monday morning saying that this is the type of football I want to see. But the type of football that I'm talking about the football in the second half, not
Second
in the
half,
first
not
half.
not first
Because
half.
even the first half, I keep criticizing them like, oh my God, it's the same old Chelsea. It's the same old Chelsea. Why the defense is so open? What's going on? Enzo Marasco, man, can you please make it substitute? Can you please do some type of adjustment? Jackson got a free header in the box, score, open up the scoring. Thank God we scored first. And then, of course, Wolf, man. I mean, the first 10 minutes, I could say Chelsea was on top of the game, but then Wolf just switched the things around, man. And they actually competed in the first half, and they come back with
Right.
an equalizer. And Sanchez with a beautiful pass to Jackson. Well, that was a 50-50 chance. You know, like in a quarterback throwing the ball out there for a receiver, hey, go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was a 50-50 chance. The Jackson just flecked the ball. Then Cole Palmer, ice Cole Palmer.
Yo, Cole
Yo,
Palmer.
yeah, what a goal, bro. Talk to me
I know,
about that goal, because I know you text me.
I know. I text you after that goal, man. Oh,
Yo,
yo. Even the announcers, they say this gonna be a candidate for one of the best goals this season, dude.
yep.
We talking about one game into the season. They already predicting it to be gonna be one of the best goals this season. Yo, I didn't expect that, but
It was a beautiful finish.
and I know
Man, it
every
was
time you talk about Chelsea, you always talk about him, and I'm like, see, this is why I wasn't talking about him. Look at that goal.
right. And then before we get there, man, I love the fact that Enzo Marasco, I should put him in the middle. You know, last game against City, he was more in the wing. He was not he was not involved into the game as he should. He's our best player. He has to be involved. He has to be involved, you know. And
Right.
then with that happen, 2-1, Chelsea went up again. And then, of course, Nani Madueke with a silly foul outside the box. And then Wolf end up tying the game 2-2. That's a free kick. I don't understand what happened there, man. But our defense. I start getting frustrated again. I start yelling. I start losing my mind. Like, what the hell is going on? And the second half, the substitute happened, man.
But see,
Modric
and
comes out.
I know you're excited though. Don't you
Go.
kind of feel like, yeah, it was an excellent performance, but don't you think that maybe played one of the worst teams? Just
I
maybe.
wasn't thinking it that way.
No.
I wasn't saying that because in the first half, because it was a tale of two halves. In the first half, you could say the worst team was better than us at some point. You know what I'm saying? And when you
Right.
go through the game, and Wolf is not an easy team. They actually had Chelsea number in the
What?
past few years.
In the previous years, but I'm talking about
Right.
this season though. They don't.
Yeah,
they,
but
they
this
don't.
season so far, because of just the second game, yes, they're missing one of the best players, if not the best players. But also the way the first half was going, it's hard for you to actually say that it was playing the worst team.
But look what happened last week too.
Right. That's against
So
that's against who? Arsenal, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So they play they play against Arsenal, which is, we get there. I think Arsenal is my pick to win the Premier League if Chelsea get a striker or not, But moving forward with that, bro, man, the second half happened, man. The magic happened. There's a young kid. Cole Palmer played the middle, and the Nani Madueke, got a hat trick in 14 minutes. 3 assists from Cole Palmer and a goal. I have him in my fantasy, by the way. Thank you. And Madueke with a hat trick, bro, man. Like, I could go ahead and talk about this all day, but I know we're not just here about Chelsea. So forget you.
I know you wish it was all about Chelsea.
Bro, the performance in the second half, that's what I want to see. I see a little bit of Man City. I see us moving the ball quick. I see us just, not letting the defense reset. I see us just counterattacking when Wolves.
Mhm.
Yes, in the second half, we could see the difference between the qualities of Chelsea and Wolf. But
Wolves, right?
at the same time, like, bro, we needed this type of performance. We see the little bit of light of what Enzo Marasco is bringing in the training ground. This is all training ground shit, bro. He made the right substitute, and I'm sorry for Mudryk. I don't think Chelsea could save you. Neto just took your spot. And Ja Felix come in, returning back to Stamford Bridge. First game as in the Premier League. He scored a goal, not a red card like he did the first time when he comes for Chelsea. If I'm not mistaken, he's against the Wolf also, but he comes out there, Neto to Felix, and they got a nickname called Netflix. Chelsea, thank you for this weekend.
What, like, as a fan, like, what's your opinion? What do you think was the biggest difference between the first half and the second half?
The first half, it was still like, okay, we under you manager and we know our defense ain't shit. And the second half, I see the way that he got I see the way that Cousteau start coming in the midfield, which crowded the middle. So
the
force out, right.
So the game opened up.
The game become more open up for us because of now we got a Neto on the left. Now Mudryk under I think right now Mudryk. So that I should open up the game because now we got two threat and the wing. And then don't get me wrong, Wolf do it help us with the silly passes. You know, when you're turning the ball over like that, of course, man. But I just love the fact that in the second half that Enzo Marasco shows us that it's not all about just keeping the ball. It's about getting the ball and get it moving. If to answer your question, it's just the adjustment that he made. Get the ball and move it quick. We actually was moving the ball quicker than I've seen in the past few games. We're not just holding the ball just to have possession of the ball. We're holding the ball to do something with the ball. And that's what I love about it. And then Marioke, man, and the finish, that's something that we was missing. The finishing, bro, man. He did though. I don't want to get started with this guy. You know, before the game started, they said that he mistakenly posted something in his IG about this place ain't shit. You're talking about like, whoa, because we were playing away. And then the next day he went to the field and back it up with 3 goals. 3 goals, bro.
I mean, you know, it's funny that he said that because I was looking at the stats and the comments, and somebody said the same thing he just said. So I was thinking to myself, why are they talking about it? I didn't know he made some kind of comment for the game.
Before the game. And that's why every time that when he get the ball, the Wolves fans was booing him. Boo. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for me, man, I don't want to be spending 2 hours here talking about him because, like, you know, I could do that right now because I'm trying to hold some of this thing in. I'm very excited for the performance yesterday in the second half, bro.
You gotta temper your expectations now. I think you
listen, bro. I'm not having an expectation. I just enjoy what I saw on Sunday, and I just feel good about myself because this is what I want to see. Beat the teams that you're supposed to beat.
Right, but one thing they have to do, they have to sustain this kind of performance.
True.
For a long period of time, and against better teams. So we'll see. But so far, I say you are impressed with the coaching style. You are happy with the adjustments. You are happy with the way the players responded in the second half. But I got to caution you though. When you play good teams and you play like the way you play in the first half, by the time you make your adjustments, it might be too late.
That's what happened against City. You know, and then like the defense has still got a lot of work to do, of course, you know what I mean? The Fofana and Levi Colwell's partnership, there's a lot of gap. You can see it, you know, and our set piece defense still need work a little bit more. You know, this is a work in progress right now. But just the way that he actually adjusted in the second half against a team that, dude, this game could have went either way in the first half. Like, I don't even know what the game was going. 1 minute we're happy, next minute we're like, what's going on? And like I said, man, I don't want to sit here all day just talking about it because I could get down with the first half about how Caicedo was playing. I was like, man, why Caicedo look uncomfortable? Second half, I see something different. Enzo, he played his role, he played his part, you know. And of course, Cole Palmer, 3 assists, you know. And you got everybody in the second half and Jackson, the little things that Jackson did. Yes, he was running his mouth a lot. I was like, okay, bro, man, it's not that deep. But the little things that he was doing, dropping deep to pick up the ball, man, making them flick passes, just moving. The whole team was moving, bro. If we play like this every week in and week out, Chelsea's going to be a problem. We still need a number 9, by the way, you know. But I'm just saying.
What did you think about the substitutions? Seemed like they made a lot of them. But obviously, it worked out because they won the game.
Yeah.
Do you think that proves that they are so deep, or it just proves that they're playing a weaker team? Because they were, I'm counting the subs. They made what, 1, 2, 3, 4. They made 5 subs, right?
Right.
So
And actually, like the substitutes actually blend right in with the adjustment that he made. Because when you take Modric out, it brings in Neto, and Neto actually opened up the field more. Neto actually, it was a better quality play than Modric was in the first half, because Modric was no show in the first half, but Neto is able to create, and that's what I love about him. You know what I mean? Chelsea, this is a great signing for Chelsea if he stay healthy, because he do got injury problems, and this is against his old team, and he got an assist when he come off the bench, and when Ja Flex come in, he also got a goal coming off the bench. Most of the other players that get off the bench, they showed up and fit right into the system. That's why this is why I call it a training ground play. You know what I mean? Because the way that everybody that just comes in and perform the way they did, this is off the training ground. And Enzo Marasco, man, thank you. I see a little bit of pep, just a little.
So maybe, just maybe, you don't need a number 9 right now. Maybe you can make it work.
We need a number 9. I'm not even going to say that lie to you about just the one game because we scored 6 goals. Not hell no. We need a number 9.
He scored 6 goals.
We need a number 9. Our winger scored 3, and then our beautiful. What's the odds again? We're going to see that score from there, like the way Cole Palmer do it. You know what I mean? That's not going to come that often. Yes, Jackson got a seater. Like, come on, man. I think even I could have scored. I go to Jackson scored, bro. He's right there. But don't get me wrong. There's other things that Jackson did well. There, I think throughout the whole game. But this match belonged to Nani Madueke. Not just about his eye trick. You could see him. He played all 90 minutes. He was going back and forth. He really talked that shit and back it up. And I love it. That's what I say this. So now, like, something that I don't want to get too deep into, for all Chelsea fans out there that call him arrogant, selfish. Sometimes, like, players has to be that. I remember there was a time that people used to also think Mo Salah was selfish. Now he's a legend.
Right.
Some players at that position has to be a little bit cocky about themselves. I'm capable of doing this. That's what we might call it, cocky, but it's confident.
If you play at that level, you gotta be like that. Otherwise,
that's why you got there.
I mean, some of the greatest players in all sports, look at like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. People say they are selfish, they are this, but they make it work.
Right. Now let's do a little bit of Premier League rundown. Man, Liverpool's making a run. They do. I mean, they're doing good. I still think that they need players. They haven't signed up players here because they're playing the Champions League. It's a long season. Some of these players need to rest. Injury could happen. And, of course, Man City, Haaland with the Haaland was just going go for fun out there, man. Haaland with the eye trick, and Brighton versus Manchester United was a beautiful shit because he started my morning well, and Manchester United lost 2-1. And Arsenal got a statement win against Villa. They still blame Villa for their title choke last season. Y'all just bubble it because you ain't good enough. But, bro, man, with your team, Liverpool, man, you like what you're saying?
I mean, I did like what I saw. I wasn't too impressed in the first half. And I don't know what was going on. I mean, they still won the game, but they didn't win very impressive. But at this point, being a second game with the new coaching staff, I mean, they gotta implement their own tactics. True. I mean, they can't change the whole system because they still have the same players for the most part. So they have to make a little adjustment. I mean, it was a good result, but not an impressive performance.
Right.
Mo Salah still the legend, of course. Mo Salah, you're gonna do what Mo Salah does. But I always just like, even from last year, why can't they find a way to play Diaz and Nunes at the same time and make it work?
I think that. Let me go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think that personally, I think Nunes under this new head coach, you might not see a lot of them.
I know, because he was on the bench, right? And then, why can't they make it work, though? There's no way to make it work? Because you would think, with the kind of quality they have, and I know you just can't throw certain type of players together and make a team. They have to fit the system. But I
Right.
always wonder like why they have to play. It's either one is in there, but they can't all play together at the same time. I think apart from Mo Salah, is only the dependable player really to score goals. So I mean,
Right.
I was happy and excited for the result, but I'm not. I don't have my hopes so high that
Gotcha.
they're gonna win. They're gonna win the Premier League. I mean, we'll see when they play the bigger boys in the next couple of weeks. The
True.
big game next week.
Well, I like you said, man. I agree with everything you said, bro, man. There's more. There's more because of, you know, it's still Liverpool, and they're still gonna be there. You know, no matter who's the head coach is. Like you say, man, they're having Mo Salah, still have Alexander Arnold having one of the best defenders for the past 5 years back there with his
Yeah,
leadership. So it's very organized. So I think the head coach actually comes into a good situation because the players that's available to him. But oh man, Arsenal versus Villa was a great game, man. I really enjoyed the game, and as sad as this might say, man, Arsenal looks like one of the top teams that's gonna finish this league, man. Finally, they're gonna pull some off. I'm picking them to win this season, but Man City don't fall asleep. Man City show up in December somewhere, because Pep always do that. But I don't see them winning it 5 in a row. And
Man City won 4-1. So I mean, it's not
right,
like they did what Man City does. Uh, I mean, like you said, Arsenal looks good. I know they have your favorite player.
Saka. No, I just for some
So
reason, man, like he's one of the kids that I seen that comes from the academy, right? Playing. And I never really nobody ever give him he never give himself no excuses why he can't do this. You see what I'm saying?
right, right,
Like it's like when you watch Lamine Lamar, you're not gonna say because of his age. I feel like that's the type of player soccer is. So bro, even in the England roster, bro, they could use him a left back, he still show up. They could use him anywhere in the middle, anywhere in the field, he will show up. That's what I like about him. I think he's just
yeah.
dedicated to what he do, and he's not even 23 yet. He's already won 100 Premier League games.
My God, that's crazy. That's
The only
ridiculous.
sad thing about soccer is that he's playing for Arsenal. That's the only sad
It's
part
just,
about it.
if he play for Chelsea, be fine.
It'd be great, man. What I
But
probably
this
would have
but
had
this
his
what
jersey hanging around here.
but this is what I think about Saka though. So Saka, can you say is not in his prime yet?
It,
How better can he get?
dude,
It's
and that's
like you said, he's only 22, right?
yeah, and
So
that's the crazy part. He has a lot of Premier League experience.
a lot of players are getting their prime when they're like 24, 25. That's
25,
like the prime, right?
right?
So can you just imagine if he gets any better? But my only fear is if Chelsea don't surround him
You mean
with the kind
Arsenal?
of yeah. I'm you got
I
me
wish it
on
was
with
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
man.
If
Thank
Arsenal
you,
don't
man.
if Arsenal don't surround him with the kind of talent that will help him win a championship, I don't know. It might be a wasted talent
Right.
because
Another reason why I really pick Arsenal. I mean, pick Arsenal to win this league. I feel like Arsenal is heading to the right direction. Arsenal already went down. There's no other, bro. The only way for them is going up. I'm telling you, I'm saying this like it's funny, but really, the only thing for Arsenal is going up. Arsenal has been to the flow, to the mud. Chelsea is pissed on them. Man City pissed on them. Liverpool pissed on them. I think now
where
it's just time for them to get off the mud and be like, yo, but seriously, but
I mean where do you think Man City is going? Man City's not going nowhere.
Arsenal got this year.
Wow.
Man City has to do some magic and sign. I know they got a great new signings. They're just performing well, but bro, Arsenal is heading to a direction where I never seen them heading. They had,
That-
I mean, they finally they have patience with this manager, right? And they're actually giving the manager. Do you see the players that they're bringing in? They're bringing pieces that they need at the position that they need it. You see what I'm
okay,
saying?
that is very
Yes,
true. But
for me, like that's what I see is like, dang, this shit actually makes sense. Oh my God, this signing makes sense. This makes sense. You know, what I mean, they actually bring it like, okay, you're not gonna be here, be comfortable. If you gotta come in and perform, you gotta come in and do this. And Saka is actually like for me, Saka, the way that he playing is very composed, is very calm. Yes, maybe the number
I,
9 position might be a little bit weaker
I
than
don't know.
compared to Man City.
The way I see Man City, I see Man City like Kansas City. You
True.
know, last year, both Liverpool, my Liverpool, and Arsenal in the last 4 games of the season. They're all right there.
Yep.
What happened? We both
They choked.
lost.
They choked.
Well, we both choked.
That was
And
last
City's
year.
still there. That
That
was
was
last
last
year,
year.
right?
That was
Right.
last year.
I know, but
Arsenal got to
and,
reinforce.
and
Arsenal brought some players in. I think that they could
until
actually do the job.
until you beat the champions, then you
I
can
agree.
say, yeah. But right now, City's always going to be City for now
Fact, they are.
until somebody take over. I was hoping it was Liverpool, but my hopes this season are not as high. I know because I know Arsenal, like you said, Arsenal is a great team. The whole system is working.
Right.
So they've been for the past 4-5 years they've been building up to get to this level.
They're
So
heading to the right direction.
right. They just didn't come from nowhere. We've seen how they've been getting better and better.
Yep.
They're now challenging Man City. I mean, I don't care so much for Arsenal. So
The only teams that me neither, but I just seen a good thing. I see like a great team with some great pieces that I believe that if they really having them, but like a lot of people say to me, they're still Arsenal. Remember, So if they choke, if they choke, I'm still gonna celebrate. See,
you're gonna make fun of them.
of course, why
Anyways,
not? Part of my Papa Champagne.
So talking about Man City, this is the question I had for you. So right before we started recording, I saw on the sports app, I think Bleacher Report, somebody made a comment about Haaland, how he's outscoring Messi and Ronaldo so far in their career. At their age.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we had this kind of discussion a couple of weeks ago, I think. It's so hard to say who's better and who's not. Who's better than who? Right. Okay. So my question is, just because he's scoring more goals than Ronaldo and Messi at this stage, at the same age, is that mean he's better than those two?
No,
right?
Way. No.
Because we've seen that the only impact he makes is scores goals. I mean, scoring goals is important. That's what number 9 does, and he does his job well. But he's not a player that can change a game for you if you don't have somebody creating those chances for him.
Fact.
So he's a great player, but how come just like he doesn't make his national team any better?
They don't got nobody. but I agree with what you say though. I mean, scoring the goal. Because he's a true number 9. That's the only job he has, really, when you look at it. You know what I mean?
And
don't get me wrong,
he's
right. One of the tactical goals that I seen he scored was a goal against Chelsea. You be like, oh shit, you got a footwork. I didn't know he got this stopper. You know what I mean? But he's a strong dude that been off for like almost freaking more than 6 weeks. He didn't play in the Euros. He was resting. He was getting ready for this moment. He's a goal scoring machine. But what Messi brought to the game, what Ronaldo brought to the game, like me, for example, like no matter how many goals Ronaldo score, I still don't think he's better than Zidane because Zidane is what I grew up watching. I mean, Zidane could create, Zidane, Ronaldinho, you know what I mean? So
right, but Zidane could actually change the game.
Right. And Ronaldo could change the game in all different levels also.
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean?
Even Messi, those can change the game. Haaland, he can't really. The only way he can change the game is by scoring goals, but somebody has to create those chances for him.
Fact.
He's not the kind of number 9 that's gonna say, I'm gonna drop back, I'm gonna go get the ball myself,
right,
and do something with it and go score. But, I mean, once he gets the ball anywhere around the 18 area box, he's gonna score.
True.
But he needs a good team around him. That's why we don't say. That's why that's why his country don't go nowhere because he's the only good player on that team.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish he come to Liverpool, but
too late for that.
That's too late, man.
There's only 2 destinations after Man City. It's whether you go to Madrid or you come to Chelsea.
Madrid or Chelsea? Why Chelsea?
Why not? It's Chelsea. Come on now, man. We got Todd Bowley, man. We got the LA Dodgers money, bro. Yo, this guy.
Hey, I want to see us smarter next week too. Who you play next week?
We play against Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace is also not a joke because it's like a London derby kind of stuff,
Is that a home game? Why, it doesn't matter. I guess if it's a derby, it doesn't mean it doesn't matter
really
if you're playing at home.
Right. Although they say the Fulham is one of the biggest rivalries, but the team that I hate the most to lose against is Arsenal and Tottenham. No, especially Tottenham. Arsenal, Arsenal is Arsenal, bro. Because like it's for me, it's just a delusional part. You know, the crazy thing is before we end this, man, Arsenal fans actually used to remind me of Buffalo Bill fans.
There,
And,
there you go. Why you gotta combine the two? Oh,
I
man.
was ready for that. Yo, Solo, man, I really appreciate you for being here, yo. We definitely
Yeah.
kicking back up next Monday with the NFL coming around. As we
Oh
already
yeah.
know, man, we live in a state where different sports, we involve into different sport, not just Premier League or
Yes, sir.
MLS. We also got basketball and soccer, and NFL. Football
Oh
is
yeah.
coming back next Monday. We're going to have my boy Lino with us,
Oh yeah.
and these two football geniuses out here, man. I'm just going to be the guy that just love to see Buffalo Bills lose, but let's go. Thanks for watching Bala Sport. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, Solo.
Yes, sir, my brother. Next week.
Next week.